Yeah,
Yep.
can you guys hear us? Yep, hello. All four of us.
Yes.
Oh, it's like only 4 of us. Okay. Yeah, Trick is not with us this time. Aw.
Terrifying. I'm the only Discord mod this time.
Perfect. Well, we finally have a Reddit mod here as well.
Yeah,
That took Yes. a while. Well,
the only Reddit
depends
mod.
on if you consider Trick a Reddit mod or not.
Oh no, Trick's admin.
Yeah. I had no space to put him onto the banner, so it's like, I was like, nope, you're not in this time. Okay.
Excluding Trick. We don't need Trick.
Yep, no tricks here. No sir.
But we do need Trick to start the event, or else we're not going to get that 500 member ping.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Where are you,
Well.
Trick? It's already 6 p.m.
Yep, here we are. There we are. It's a 0-0. So.
Where are the 500 people?
Yeah, where are the 500 people?
I thought events started
Plenty of
automatically
interest.
when it was.
I wish they did. I guess it's like if you're not ready, you don't want to ping those 500 people yet.
Oh, that's true.
Well, I gave Trick a ping. Hopefully he can initiate for us.
Yep. January 2022.
Happy New Year, guys.
Happy New Year. Still,
At
not
the
too
end of the
late.
month.
Is it too late to say Merry Christmas? Yeah.
Oh, frame your mic, I think.
I'm cutting off?
No,
Yeah,
you're
it was
good.
a bit quiet. You're back.
Okie dokie. It's okay, I can come closer to the microphone. I don't want it to be overwhelming as well.
Only 35 people listening. It's going to be a chill stage chat.
Oof, so chill.
Until the wave comes in.
Should have just done 4
chances
of us.
for their questions to be answered.
Yeah.
You know, 35 people, we probably could have just gone through everyone in this hour.
Yep. Rapid fire.
These are the real ones.
True, they didn't need no ping. They're already here.
Yeah, we ain't need no notifications.
Right, early gang.
We
Early
here all the time.
Bro, where is he? Should I throw in everyone ping then?
Maybe.
Right, let's just ping 21,000 people.
I agree.
Sure,
Always
why
a
not?
great idea.
Ping it all.
I already have my mod boost typed up in chat, so.
Please. What season? This is number 5, right?
Yes.
Is it? Okay.
Stage channel number 5?
Yeah.
Dang.
There we go. Okay, I
There
should have pinged
we
everyone.
go. Yay! We're all here. Now you will hear, like, you will see all 500 people joining instantly at the same time.
We're just ping 21,000 people. The event is still not live.
Yo, 21,000 people joining instantly. That would be a little scary.
Oh, yes. That would be amazing. So in this recording of this stage channel, we are going to be having FullFrontage also editing my video side. So you'll be seeing my face in the recording. So that's going to be awesome. And I'm hugging the plushie Pekka. So,
Oh.
Ooh.
Be
We
in
don't
my
get
hand.
to see it just yet. Dang it.
I have a spike.
Yeah.
Oh, I have one burst.
I should go get my baby dragon.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I have Spike in the Team Liquid
Oh, I need to lock
mascot.
up the channels. Get out of general, guys. Go to mini chat. Sure. How do I lock these channels? Bye. Off topic 2.
Uh-oh.
There we go.
I'm already
Now they all
seeing
start.
a bunch of people that are likely going to raise their hand. So
All right, let's start them.
Um,
Let me turn them on, the requests. There we go.
yeah.
Go.
Yeah, so basically, let's open this up.
Let's
Hello,
introduce Mango
everyone.
first. He's new to our stage
Yeah.
member cast.
Hello.
Introduce
Who's
yourself,
this
Mango.
mango person? Hello,
Hey, what's
mango
great?
person.
Hi.
Who are you?
Hi, I'm Mango, also known as JMango on Reddit. I moderate the Clash Mini subreddit, and I also moderate Clash Royale.
Sweet. Well, you have plenty of people then to like take care of. Like that's crazy amount of
Yep.
people actually.
There are a lot of posts every day. A lot of hype around the game.
Yeah. Have you been playing since the beginning or?
Yeah, I got it on the first day it was available, so looking forward to the global
Sweet.
release.
What league are you on? What league? It's a real question.
I am bad. I'm like D3. I'm sure you all are, you know, in the highest league, but
I'm not even at legendary yet. I'm at master.
Yeah. Well, I'm actually pretty bad as well. I mean, I did come close to legendary, but then I dropped, and then I just yeah. So one of the good news is that we're actually going to be basing season end rewards based on your highest rank ever.
Oh,
So you won't be needing to like remain on a very high rank if you kind of are dropping, but still you should be trying to kind of like do your best.
I
Like
got
get
the plan
get
now.
up
So
there.
I'm gonna go to legendary arena, drop back down to royal champion. Oh no, royal champion, grand champion, and then be first on the leaderboard when the season resets. That's the plan.
yeah, no sweat, no
I'll
sweat.
get the legendary reward still.
I would
Too
have
easy
to.
for Draco.
I'd have to drop 5,200 trophies to do that.
Oh god.
Wow.
You guys didn't think this
Yeah.
through full frontage.
No, I didn't.
Amazing. Well, all right. So we are going. This is the first state channel of the year, and the idea is to do this once a month. By the end of the month, all around that time. So heads up, we are going to be taking off for the first week of February because it's a Lunar New Year here.
Oh.
So
Nice.
it's a big holiday, and we kind of want to take a little bit of a break, and then we'll be back. And then hopefully we will see some mini minutes and other stuff. The current plan for the small talk is to come out next week.
Oh.
So we're in the final stretches of editing the small talk about what's going to happen at the end of the season, what can people expect, and what kind of big changes we're planning for the game in terms of progression, in terms of pacing, in terms of ranks, and so yeah, me and Fan are gonna kind of overview that a little bit, and then we're going to kind of be polishing those numbers still down the line, and then posting those exact numbers on Discord and on obviously on Reddit, and then giving it to the content creators as well to kind of cover and make sure that everybody's aware of the season and changes that we're going to be introducing. So that's the first. The what?
Is it gonna pop in game? The stage? I mean, not stage. The season end time.
Yes. Well, the season end, we actually don't have a way to indicate season end right now in the client in the game.
Oh.
So
Yeah.
basically, but next time, I promise we will have we'll have a way to actually tell you when the season's gonna end, or at least give people heads up. Actually, we are going to be giving some grace period once the update goes out for people to kind of wrap up, I think. But we will double confirm all of that information once we are close to the season end.
All right, yeah.
So yeah. Another thing is that I think a little bit of a spoiler here is that we are actually considering to. Well, we're not considering. Actually, this is pretty much confirmed at this point that the mini star cleanup is going to be optional. So If you don't want your minis to lose their stars at the beginning of the season, you can choose for them to keep the stars, but you're going to be kind of sacrificing a lot of rewards that instead you would be getting. So I still think that a lot of people should be clearing up their stars on the minis and then getting really, really sweet rewards, which also includes hero shards and stuff like that that are very, very valuable. So that's another piece of a sneak peek that I want to kind of open up with for the season end kind of situation.
Nice, nice. So what can I just choose some minis, or is it all mini or no mini?
It's all minis or no minis, yeah.
Okay.
So
Okay.
yeah, basically you either have a choice to wipe it all and start from no stars. I mean, you still can play them, you just don't have upgrades.
Yeah.
Or you just keep all of them and no rewards at all.
So what would I be losing out on then if I didn't reset? Because I'd
Well,
have all max minis.
Yeah, so exactly. Like I think a lot of people would be excited to actually start leveling them up again in the new season.
Yeah.
Like and also cashing that out for the rewards that we will be showing before you make a decision. So we will explain very very carefully into what you are going to be getting if you choose to do so.
Alright.
Which I think is going to be very compelling for people. So yeah, those are the two big pieces of news. Oh, and also on top of that, since I'm going to be kind of doing the whole opening up, we are planning to do live streams on YouTube from next week, and that is going to involve just having mini rooms with everyone live on chat and joining me and having fun. So we're just going to do some rumbles, and maybe I will get some other team members to join me on stream and on camera and kind of play on my iPad. So that's going to be fun as well. But it's going to be super chill. It's not going to be like there's not going to be any major announcements or anything like that. I just want to keep like the whole live stream super chill and just like stream as much as I can. So yeah, that's the only announcement that I have right now.
Code frame in the shop one.
Yeah, when are we getting creator codes?
Yeah. Well, global games, those I've heard those have creator codes. So once we get to a point where we're point of no return for the game, then like for a global course, then I think those are gonna be basically confirmed at that point. But yeah, we know the state of the game right now, so it's kind of like we need to work on a few things before we make that decision. So,
That's exciting stuff.
It is. But yeah, if you guys have any other questions before we open it up to everyone, feel free.
I'm good. I think I've asked everything. Mango.
No, I'm good too. Very excited to hear about the future of the game and, of course, what people ask.
Yeah, I want to hear what the community has to ask. So.
All right, let's go.
Mango,
raise your hands.
Since you're the first one, you can pick the first person.
Ooh, I can pick the first person.
Mm-hmm.
All right. How do I see who has their hand raised? Oh, they have a little.
They have a little hand icon.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a little.
Very
little
cool.
hand,
Very cool. Let's go with the. I like this teacher name, Pancake Pekka.
Pancake Pekka. 1,200 trophies plus. Well, that's a hardcore player.
Legendary player.
Hello,
welcome.
Pancake Pekka.
Hello.
Hello. So I've seen last update you listened to the community a lot, like the challenge coins and the EWIS nerf. What do you think of the next update you're gonna listen to the community about?
Oof. A lot.
Starting tough.
I mean, I like almost everything that like people have been writing about on Reddit and like posting feedback on, like major feedback is like, I have nothing to do. I have nothing to do. Like there's like all my minis are maxed out. Like quests are boring, and that a lot of that kind of stuff. Like we're gonna be addressing a bunch of that stuff. I mean, like it's really hard to kind of point, like address one specific thing. I think it's like I almost feel like we know for a fact that a lot of these things, basically, update 2 is going to be fully focused on like a lot more things to do, one of the biggest is like we want a new game mode. So
Okay, yep, thanks.
thank you. Yeah, I mean seriously, joking aside, I also saw a wish list post on Reddit recently, I think 2 or 3 days ago, and I replied. Basically, my reply was like just like sounds good to me. Like that was the reply, and I'm not joking. Actually, this person like legit nailed like the list. Like almost like that was almost like patch notes. So it was kind of funny. So if you find my posting history, like my comment posting history, you can actually find that that thread on Reddit, and you can just read it and get like a rough idea of what we're planning to do.
Yep, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you for coming on.
And for anybody watching the video, I'll find that post and leave it in the description below.
Yeah, you will screenshot. You will like because it's very very high quality Photoshop work. You know, it's like those like when you use a mouse to write text. I love it. So like yeah, you could totally screenshot that Reddit post and lay it over the video that you upload, not upvote, upload, but also
Everybody upvote it. Let it be seen all over Reddit.
Dude,
Don't worry, I'm already on it.
So yeah, all right, let's go for the next person.
Who's next?
Well, Draco, you should pick the next person then. Maybe let's go in order: Mango, Draco, FullFrontage, and then we go back. Like we circle.
Okay. I will go with Nubis because I know who she is. No bias.
Hi, wait.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi,
Welcome.
Vlad, the alleged Giga Chad of r/Mini, FullFrontage, with no spaces, J Man Guy, and Draco Malfoy, and the many of you listening, which reminds me, hi, Mom! Since I assume everyone here will be talking about what's new in the game and what we'll expect to see in the future, I want to ask a more personal question instead. Since the four of you contribute a lot to the Clash Mini community, whether it be moderating, making content for it, or even managing it, I'm curious, what about the game and community stands out to you, other than it being similar to Auto Chess or another Supercell game? To summarize, what about the game struck you, and why do you do what you do? Oh, by the way, I would like Mango to go first, since he's the newest member of the stage channel cast.
Wow, putting me on the spotlight. Can't even
Yeah.
think.
Yeah,
All
Mango.
right, I'll go first. So, what I really like about Clash Mini is compared to other auto chess, I feel like Clash Mini is super clear cut and very simple to understand. I'm not a good auto chess player. I'm like for example, another auto chess that I sometimes play is TFT, and I'm like bronze in that. But for Clash Mini, it's very very simple. It's very simple. I really like simplicity. Everything's easy to understand. The upgrades also like keep the paying aspect is like the like disparity between free to play and paying players keeps it very equal, and the animations and art style are also very amazing. So it's very good, very fun game.
I guess I'll go next. For me, I mean, you know, I felt, when the 3 Clash announcement things came out, my favorite was Clash Quest at first because I like puzzle games. Puzzle games are nice. Clash Mini stood out second to me, and the reason why, because you know, it looked a lot like Clash Royale, and I play Clash Royale, but that means a Supercell game, and you said you know, unrelated Supercell games. But auto chess in general, I never played auto battles before, so it was mostly something new to me, and I was open to try it. So you know, I gave it a shot. It's really easy to understand, and I really enjoy it. I play it almost every day. I took a break recently though, but I'll come back. Definitely come back.
Nice. I can go. Yeah, kind of echoing off of what's already been said. After seeing the announcements, the 2 games that caught my eye were Clash Mini and Clash Heroes. And the reason I was so excited about Clash Mini is I've always been huge into strategy-based games. Like Fire Emblem is my all-time favorite game. I don't think anything will ever take that spot. It is a turn-based strategy game. And when I saw Clash Mini, it was tile based. It's not turn based, but it's like you kind of take turns like in between rounds. So the strategy aspect was what really appealed to me, and it was very simple to understand. And I was a huge fan of the auto chess game. So when I saw that Clash Mini was coming out, I was instantly sold on it, and I was like, this game looks amazing, and I cannot wait to get my hands on it.
Bonus round. I'm gonna say that I had no idea what the game is gonna be before I joined Supercell. So the way my job interview was, it was like, "Do you like strategy games?" And I was like, "What kind of question is that? Why are you so vague about like
Let's
asking me
go.
these interview questions? Do you like turn-based stuff?" And I was like, "Can you just tell me what the game is?" And obviously they couldn't because I didn't accept a job offer or like, didn't pass the interview yet.
Yeah.
So I was like, what the heck is going on here? They're like, automatic combat is really cool. And I was like, what? And then so basically, after my I think it was like third round, after like talking to Fan, I remember like I downloaded a whole bunch of these games, which actually I played before. And I was like, all right, yeah, I love this. Like, there's a bunch of stuff here that I like, but there's a lot of things that I also don't like. But the super micromanaging, like super complexity that like ramps up really quickly and stuff like that. So yeah, like fun fact, I had no idea that the game is going to be this genre until I just joined the team. So yeah,
That's really funny.
Small tidbit. Yeah.
I love that.
Dang. What a weird interview. I don't know how I'd have performed.
Yeah, I mean, it's also really hard. Like, actually, usually when people, if you're like going to be a game designer and stuff like that, like you can actually like, because you have like a history of like working on these type of games before, then it's also like easy to talk about it and like talk about specifics. But as a community manager, it's like okay, well, you don't like you should be liking the genre,
Mm-hmm.
and you should be liking the Clash universe, obviously. And I've been playing Clash of Clans since like 2013, so it's like okay, but it's like it's also hard to kind of like specifically name like, hey, like here is the game. Tell us how you would community manage, because it doesn't really matter, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like I think like a lot of communities just simply come together because they like the game that they see, and then your job is basically to then work with people and talk to people. So yeah. Da-da-da-da. Thank you for the question.
Thank you. Thank you
Thanks.
for coming
Thank
on.
you for answering.
Oh, before you leave, just curious, what do you like about the game, Newbist?
Yeah.
Oh,
Echo back.
Yeah, let us know.
I
Let us know.
Okay. I'm not the one being interviewed, but I think the game is really adorable. I personally haven't had as much time as I wanted to play this game, but I honestly just really like the art, and yeah, it's just very adorable. My answer is not that great, but yeah.
The art
Thank you
is
so much.
really
No, that is
cool.
art is like one of the main features of the game, because if it's visually attractive to somebody and visually appealing, it needs to that's how people get drawn into it. As if the graphics line up with what
Yeah.
you like, then you're already halfway there.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
No, yeah. I mean, I couldn't emphasize that more to our artists, how well of a job they've done with like the initial concept. So if you check out one of our first Instagram posts on Clash Mini Instagram, we did post some of those original first initial concepts of the minis, and yeah, it was really fun.
Thank you for the question. Let's move on. FullFrontage. Who are you gonna go for?
I'm gonna go with we'll go with Learn to Clash. He comes into my streams, so
We're going full bias. Learn to Clash. I send you an invite. Learn to Clash. Should be at the top of your screen. There we go.
Hello.
Hey.
The stage channel.
Yep. Well, first off, thanks for making great game. My question is, are y'all planning on adding more leagues? So there's like more leagues and improvements on matchmaking?
Yes. So matchmaking is ongoing work that we will be doing almost every update. It's I think any live game that has matchmaking, it's a PvP game, has to improve its matchmaking over the course of time. Like there is no point at which we are going to say, "Yep, we're done with matchmaking. It's perfect. See you later." Situation. So, but another thing is that we are also, yes, we are considering tuning the rank progression, especially for the new players, because one of the things that we've noticed is that at the beginning, right now, as it is in game, we kind of notice that it takes a long time for people to climb the rank at the beginning, and so it's really flat. Like the progression on the rank is very much flat. So we kind of wanted to kind of make it a little bit easier at the beginning to kind of climb up, because I think like the motivation to kind of keep on ranking up needs to be there for the young players, and I mean early players of the game. And then the harder ranks should be kind of like a bunch of work, right, to get up to. So we're considering that. I'm not sure about exactly if we're going to be adding a brand new kind of like visual sort of leagues in the next update, but I'll double check. But
Gotcha.
yeah, the idea is to kind of smooth out the progression curve on the competitive side of things. So the non super competitive players also have a chance to kind of experience kind of that early progression and kind of getting rank up and getting that satisfaction out of that.
Gotcha. Thanks. Yeah, I definitely felt that slow progression at first.
Yeah. We agree. We noticed that as well.
Thank you for coming on.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, thank you.
Thanks.
Who's picking next? Frame?
No, it's Mango again. I'm not
Oh.
going to be picking it because people then will yell at me that I'm picking people.
I guess.
So we just go with Mango.
Oh man, it's my turn again. Let's see. Let's go with Negan.
Yes, he's been raising hand for a while. So yeah.
Send the invite. Should be at the top of your screen. There we go.
Hey, Negan.
Welcome.
How are you?
Hello.
Can you hear me okay?
We can hear you.
Yeah, you're good. You're good.
I want to ask two questions. First is, did you ever consider adding like a different kind of elixir, like Dark Elixir, to the game?
Ooh.
You could use the regular elixir and some Dark Elixir troops.
At this stage, not really. So of course, there's going to be plenty of options later down the road. Like if we want to introduce new minis that are going to use special sort of resource or stuff like that. But I think we really want to focus on just giving people more minis full stop. It's like I think right now the current amount of minis in the game is pretty much on like a minimum side of things that we would consider. So let's like roll out more fun minis to play with the current elixir mechanic that we have. And then if that's not enough and people still want more, then we can definitely introduce more stuff to kind of spice up the gameplay.
Yeah, I understand. It would make more sense if you have like more minis already, since there are a few minis.
Yeah.
But the other question I was about to ask is, will we keep the skins we buy, like if the game goes global, or will we lose them?
No, you'll keep all your skins. We're not going to be taking away any of your skins, of course. Like you paid for those skins, you earned your skins. It's like we're not going to be taking any of those away.
I was afraid because I bought basically all the skins, and I didn't know if the game was going global. Yeah. And I would love like some board interactions, like you could click on the trees and rotate like the full board instead of a little rotation. You understand?
Yeah, I know.
Like you can
know
rotate a bit, but I would love to see the whole around and click some trees or some objects on the board.
I know what you mean. I played Hearthstone before.
Yeah, like
so, I I definitely would like to see more sort of Easter eggs, fun little things to do while the battle is happening. We also are considering actually
the board
Kairos.
more alive, you know?
Yeah. Actually, Kairos Time just recently talked to me about camera control and especially on iPad because you have so much more space and so much more
I have a
freedom to kind of
I have
rotate.
a big tablet too, and I would love to search around the map for while I wait for my turn.
Yeah. So we will be definitely considering like more camera controls down the line. So yeah, but again, like how much of a high priority is it to have a camera control versus having a brand new season and
exactly.
So,
I'm not right
yeah,
now,
we'll
but
come around to it once we get.
Yeah.
Thank you so
it's
much
not
for
a
asking.
priority, but thank you.
Thanks for your questions.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Dark Elixir be sounding like an interesting game mode, though.
Not
yes,
gonna lie.
that sounds like a game mode to me.
Yeah.
For sure. Okay, it's my turn now. Oh god. Who's he?
Of hands.
Let's see them hands. I'll take Privek. I don't know how to say the name. I apologize. Welcome.
Hello.
I'm a Russian YouTuber with 10k subs, and I have a question from my community. So, as we understood, you have big plans for like quest system because you want to connect challenges or something like this with the system. So, what are your actual plans for quest things and so on?
Okay, so for quests, we first need to diversify them. We need to make them more interesting to play. I think we need to make them a little bit more challenging and just more fun to do. I think right now they're kind of a little bit too repetitive, so we're going to be introducing more of those over the course of time. You know, it's not going to be just like one off as well. The quests will evolve. Also, I think like we will probably keep the existing quests of like, you know, if you're unlocking a brand new mini, you get quests that are tied to it. Now the question is like, you know, how do we make them also more interesting to do? I don't know. I mean, I don't have a design document in front of me, so I cannot read it for you in terms of like what we're going to be doing exactly for the quests. But yeah, I think like we definitely want to introduce like, you know, time, you know, like similar to the time limited Clashmas events and challenges there. We want to kind of keep doing that and keep giving you guys more kind of time limited stuff and also like really hard to do kind of things and also on top of that existing quests that people can do. So it's kind of a mix of things. But again, it's for specific exact sort of examples of those things. I can't give them right now because I don't have the design document with me to open up and check it out. But yeah, we definitely want to elaborate on it and make it more fun to do. Also, tying the quests and the challenges to the new game modes that come and all that kind of stuff also has to be in place. So there's going to be more opportunities for people to kind of do different things in the game rather than just like play PvP and then get everything done over the course of that period of time.
Yeah, okay. Thanks for the answer.
Yeah, thank you for asking.
Thanks.
All right, FullFrontage. Who are you going for?
Let's pull Axis. They've had their hand up for a while.
Axis. 1,300 trophies.
Yes.
I can't find. Oh, I can't find them. Wait, who was it?
Axis.
At least on the top.
Oh, Axis at the very top. Oh, what the heck? I'm looking everywhere but the top. You got the end for Axis.
There we go.
Yo, can you hear me?
Yo.
Yes.
Hello. Welcome.
Hi. So I was wondering, I looked at you guys' Twitter, I scrolled down, and I saw that Grand Warden was supposed to be in the game when it came out. Is it like scrapped or was it not ready yet?
Yeah. Okay, so we obviously we had a bunch of 3D models that we've been playing with and trying out and having a bunch of minis that obviously we were like, oh, is this gonna be fun? Is this gonna work? Stuff like that. But at one point, we have created a version of the game where the old models of the minis like the the Instagram story that I posted with like a super old gameplay. I don't know if you've seen that. But super old prototype
All the traps
gameplay.
and everything.
I've seen it.
Yeah, traps and everything. Like you have like a bunch of minis that don't exist here in the live version of the game. And what happened was we prototyped so much of the heroes and minis, and fun fact actually, at one point, not in one point, for a longest time actually, the game did not have heroes whatsoever. So everything was minis. Everything was like there was no heroes at all. And so we didn't have a differentiation between, oh, is this a hero? Is this a mini? We just, all of them were minis. And so none of them had like a major like super abilities. Well, actually, some of them actually had, but they were not like bigger than others and kind of like that kind of situation. And that was that version actually that I showed. And then at some point we decided to do heroes. And so we did a first wave of kind of 3D models, and we tried to kind of like play around with these, see how fun they are. Are they actually legit and also unique from each other? Because actually, one of the things that fan really likes to do is to, every time we introduce a new mini, you can exactly identify why is this mini so special, rather than just like, oh yeah, this mini also does the same thing, right? And so like, we really wanted to kind of make them all stand out. And yes, Warden was actually one of the heroes that we wanted to play with, but he just wasn't that much fun. And we kind of wanted to kind of pull him back into the backlog and kind of like take him back to the game once we are ready to kind of be like, all right, this is actually now fun. This is actually like something that we can kind of motivate people to try out and play for the longest time. And so we really want to kind of like introduce heroes that are actually legit fun from our own perspective when we are playtesting the game every single day. And so that's the idea. And I think Warden will come eventually. It's just a matter of like us prioritizing the heroes and minis that we want to have in the game. So yeah.
All right. Do I get one more or no? Is that it?
You can do a quick one.
I mean, you can do it.
If it's
Yeah,
quick,
if it's
yeah.
quick, go ahead.
Will replays and logs come in the game or no?
Yeah, they will eventually. I mean, we need to have like a match history to be able to see, like, you click on a player, you see the match history, you can see the replay, you can share the replays. We want to do that, of course. Like it's also very important for people to learn how to play the game and like get criticized by other pro players on how to play the game better and stuff like that. And also like for new players to kind of learn their mistakes, right? So that's we want to do that, and we will try to work actively on that once we kind of start developing those kind of like observer mode features and all that kind of stuff. We're just going to be tying all together. Yeah.
All right, thank you.
Thanks.
Thank you for coming on.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Bye.
Oh,
the little cut off
I'm so
by.
sorry. Man, I'm doing all wrong today. Who's next? Mango, right?
Oh, is it my turn already?
Yeah.
Let's see. Let's go with Sedanth.
Sedanth, okay. There we go.
Hello.
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 So I was wondering, like, how can you introduce the win conditions in the game? So I had an idea, because since you have no buildings in the game, you can introduce the win condition as the hero minis. How do you want to say that?
Are you saying that you want hero takedown mode, basically?
Yeah, and also I would say like Hog Rider, Golem, and those kind of win conditions to be like heroes.
Yeah. Fun fact: we actually had, knockout a hero game mode. We played around with it. So basically, like the only goal for you is to knock down enemy hero mini, and you win. That's it. That's the whole condition, and it was really fun. I admit to you right now, it was super fun to try, but also created a bunch of interesting situations that we wanted to kind of tweak before we kind of released that game mode specifically to the public. So yes, we actually can enable that mode pretty quickly in the game if we just polish a little bit more like the kind of the game mode setup itself, because on the server side we need to kind of do a bunch of other things to kind of make sure that everything works. But I love that mode. So I wouldn't be surprised that we can eventually do that, and also like a double elixir mode and stuff like that. So yeah, I love that.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you for coming on.
Thanks.
Thank you.
It's my turn. It's going fast. Wiz. With the Amogos icon.
Wiz.
Welcome.
Hello.
Hello.
You're muted, so.
Hello.
There we go.
Hello.
I was just asking if you're going to add like friends or clans in it.
Yep.
Like there's clans in Clash Royale and Clash Quest, but I'm not sure about Mini.
Yep. We will. That's pretty much it. Like clans are coming. So as we mentioned already, I mean, we mentioned this like I think even on like a first or second state channel. We need the social features, and
Yeah.
in the next update we'll
Will
deliver.
will it be adding friends list in the future?
Okay, so fun fact about friend list. So there's this thing called Supercell ID. You may have heard of it.
What's
so
that?
we're trying to actually, so like,
this is a brand new concept.
I know, right?
Oh.
Yeah. So basically, the idea like here is that like Supercell ID is also does have friends list. The problem with our Supercell ID version is that it's a little bit out of date for Clash Mini. So we're going to be updating Supercell ID backend so I can actually have friends list there. Now I know that's not ideal because not everybody's using Supercell ID.
You should.
So we will eventually have a friends list. You should totally make Supercell ID, by the way, because it's going to save all your progress in all the Supercell games, and you don't have to worry about changing devices. You don't have to worry about iOS and Android. You're just going to log into your Supercell ID, and all the games are going to be restored, and all of your progress is going to be there. So that's amazing.
Okay, so will I lose my progress when it goes out globally?
No. There's no. You're not going to lose anything once the game goes global.
Are we going to get anything special when it goes global release? Like,
hope so.
You get a happy frame if it counts for anything.
Yeah.
Happy me too.
Yeah. I mean, obviously, I'm a huge fan. I'm a huge fan of beta rewards. So we'll come up with something cool. I bet.
So basically, will the skins for the Clash Myths be returning, or is it just limited?
I don't know, to be honest. Like next Clash Myths is far away. Maybe we'll bring some. Maybe we'll not bring some. Who knows? We need to make that decision later down the line.
Okay.
So I can't promise you anything at this point. But yeah, that's pretty much it.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you for coming on.
Thanks for the question.
Thank you.
FullFrontage.
All right.
You know what to do.
I like this name, Squid Gladiator.
Squid Gladiator. Oh, right at the top. Hello.
Hello, Squid Gladiator.
Welcome.
So my question is, like, what minis are under development, and are there gonna be flying minis?
All right, so yeah, flying minis. I think this is the number 4 time that I'm answering this, but yeah, we want to do flying minis at some point, but it's like, as I mentioned before, we really want to make sure that they're also balanced. So, they can't be permanently flying, or if they are permanently flying, how do melee minis catch them and kind of fight against them? Do we make them fly up in the air for one turn, the second turn they go down, stuff like that? Like there's a bunch of game design questions that we need to be answering from a gameplay perspective. before we commit to making flying minis happen. And also, that also involves a bunch of kind of camera work that maybe needs to be added to the game to kind of make the whole battle kind of feel good. Like, did you know exactly what's happening? But yeah, also, what new minis are coming? You'll probably have to wait for Mini Minute to find that out. And I'll be shooting the Mini Minutes raw footage before the Lunar New Year break. And then I'll begin editing those. And then when we're back from Lunar New Year, at some point, we will be releasing the Mini Minutes, where we will be revealing all of the new minis, all of the new stuff that's coming. So, gotta wait a little bit more for that one to find out. But yeah, it's gonna be worth the wait. Don't worry.
Hope so.
February height.
Okay.
Thank you for coming on, Squid Gladiator.
Also, are there gonna be emotes?
Oh yeah, yeah. We'll be adding those down the line. We played around with those a little bit, as you've noticed. We have some of the stickers and emojis on Discord already. Those may not go into the game because those were kind of like fun little tests that we've been playing around with. But we still haven't kind of fully committed towards like how they're gonna feel, how they're gonna act. We kind of want to also have our own style of emojis and reactions in the game. So don't expect it to be exactly behaving like Clash Royale or like Brawl Stars. So yeah, let's see how that goes. But also that's something that may not come right away. So
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Thank you.
thank you.
Mango, you're up.
Oh boy. Let's see. Milo the Great has a question.
Milo.
Wow, Milo is here.
Hello, Milo.
Welcome.
Hello.
Yo.
Can you guys hear me?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Awesome. So I had a question. I know you guys had the traps in earlier versions of the game, and I'm just wondering what your reason was for removing them. Like, were they causing bugs? Were they just not fun? Or yeah.
Yeah, that's kind of a fun thing. You would think that traps are fun. Traps are not fun. It's like it's actually that simple. Like they're just not fun because like the fact that like your mini is getting trapped and can't move and can't do things, like it's really like makes you kind of
Rage.
angry.
Kind of throwing
Yeah,
moments.
like I mean, I don't remember if I joined Supercell when the traps were still there in the game, but I do remember some of the things on the board that were still there, and yeah, like the things that are kind of like impeding your ability to do things and your minis are kind of not doing the things that you expect them to do wasn't like just exciting to play. Um, so yeah, we took them out, but that doesn't mean that we wouldn't have a way to bring them back at some point or have them like a deployable or something like that. So who knows, right? But actually, this question is a really good question for Fan because he is the one that actually kind of designed a bunch of these. But the idea for like the kind of board elements is also once we introduce a new board, it will have its own unique element to it, as you've noticed, which is the theme for so far with all the boards that you have.
Yeah.
So that's the idea. We want to kind of keep it thematic as well. So the moment you get a new get like a, the banquet hall, oh snap! I know I need to mirror or not mirror. Maybe it's right. So far that's the idea. But yeah.
Cool. Thank you.
Yeah. Thanks a lot.
Thanks.
Thank you for your question.
Ooh, it's my turn. Let's see. Hybrid. Hello.
Okay. Thanks. So I had questions planned, but I forgot them like almost immediately. Okay, actually, I don't remember.
No, relatable.
You obviously get gems as you level up as a free-to-play player, as well as through mini pass. However, I've also noticed that for all of the gem skins, it's really hard to get as like a free-to-play player or not as much like money, because I've probably spent like $30 or something, and I still haven't gotten all the skins because it's kind of like hard to get the gems for them.
Yeah, same here. I only got the pass, and with the pass you don't really get enough to get all of it, right? Like, but and I get like that obviously people want to kind of get more things that they can grind the gems for, and then like over time, or maybe even over a longer period of time, because I know like a lot of games do that. Like they give you the opportunity to kind of grind up and then eventually like spend on something that you really want. And I get you completely, like, but I don't really have a good answer for you, like in terms of like what we are planning to give. Like, are we planning to give more gems, and from what, and what points? But we do want to have more of those milestones, and kind of like feeling that you've reached a certain very important point, and then reward you for it. So yeah, player levels, obviously, as you noticed, give you those, but there should be more venues for that to happen. Now, I don't know exactly where those are. I'm not really a game designer that designs the economy of the game. One of the jobs of Andy before he went on paternity leave was that he was in charge of that, and we have another game designer that's in charge of that. So I can ask around and see if we're planning to get more gem sources eventually to the game. So yeah, I totally get you. I'm on the same boat. I haven't gotten my P.E.K.K.A helper and a few more of the skins that I also really want.
Okay, thank you. And I just wanted to also thank you for making such a great game. It's
No,
definitely
thank you so much.
Supercell game already, and it's still in beta.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for sticking around. I know the game is not in ideal, time right now, but I really appreciate that all of you are just hanging around and waiting for the update.
Thank you for coming on, Hybrid.
Dates are always exciting.
I'm a dirty gemmer. I can't relate.
Yikes. Calling yourself out. Okay, FullFrontage. Who are you going for?
Let's pull in Cobalt. He's had his hand up for a while.
Cobalt. Shoot, I'm having trouble again.
Why is it always with the people I pick? What is this?
I apologize.
So I had two questions actually. One was again about game economy. So one of the best features I found about Brawl Stars, which they added very recently with Brawl Pass, was that you can actually, like, the amount of gems is constant, and you can get the Brawl Pass every alternate season if you like complete it. And that was amazing because I am mostly free to play. I'm a broke high school student who tries to play as much as I can because I truly genuinely love the art style and the game concept. But yeah, the free to play aspect of it is a bit difficult for me because yeah, I can't get skins, and neither can I get hero shards, which are pretty crucial. So I just have one level 5 hero which I try to push as much as I can. So yeah, about the putting basically getting more gems from the from the free side of the Cash Mini Brawl. I forgot what it's called, but yeah,
Mini
getting
pass.
more so that you can mini pass. Yes, so getting more gems from the mini pass so that you can get more. So that you can buy it every alternate season or something.
Yeah, I mean, I don't have a good answer for you. Basically, I don't design the pass. I don't design the economy of the game, so I will have to double check on that. I am aware that a bunch of games do the way of you mentioning it, of being able to get a pass for the gems, but I don't know if that's the plan. I'll have to be checking that later down the line.
And one of the second things was something that
Yep.
Idzu mentions a lot in his videos is that after you reach 1200 trophies, and then it becomes then there's a huge disparity amongst free to play and pay to win players, because once you spend your money and you get level 10 heroes, it's basically just a time crunch thing, like how much time you're putting into the game, because after 1200 there's no real competition, because after 1200 you have level 10 heroes, and level 10 royal champion is probably level 10 royal champion and barbarian king up dominating everyone. But yeah, so is there a way to like equalize matchmaking after 1200? You've talked about the matchmaking at the start of the game, but after 1200 mainly.
Yeah, we are considering a few options of like having it not that crazy. We're obviously aware of the kind of trophy inflation situation. Just yesterday, we've seen the memes on the subreddit about the grass package sending and situation. So I love that one. So yeah, it's not going to stay like that. We want to obviously fix it and not have it insanely inflated. But actually, one point that I really wanted to kind of maybe challenge is that level 10 hero does not mean instant win. I think I mean
yeah, you can definitely lose, but it just means you get longer win streaks, because level
totally.
10 I've seen my friends, they've put a lot of money into the game because yeah, they love the game as well, but they have like 20-30 win streaks. I can get barely around 8, and I try to play more as much as I can and to the best of my ability, trying meta decks and everything, but 8 is the best I can reach, and that's a bit frustrating because they're a bit worse than me. We tried mini rooms and stuff, but yeah.
Yeah, I get you. I get you. I mean, but yeah, we really want to kind of take a deeper look into it and kind of make a change that's actually going to make sense as well for everyone. So we're going to be a little bit more careful with it. But yeah, I mean, that's one of the side effects of like not having challenge coins, and also like having like everybody just like, hey, like if you've got time, well, guess what, go. You can play 24/7. So
Go get 35,000
Thank you a
trophies.
I'll try.
like some people.
Yep. I'll try. Thank
Thank
you.
you for coming on, Colbert.
Thanks.
So do you want to move into Reddit now? Because we only got like a couple minutes left.
Oh yeah,
Ooh,
let's do some
Reddit.
Reddit. Yeah.
All right,
Yeah.
all right.
Fire away,
Sounds
Mango.
good. By the way, I'm just gonna drop the link in chat real quick. So if you guys haven't had a chance to ask your questions, be sure to post it because we're only going to do a few more. So let's take a look. See. Razor Nemesis asks, "What do y'all think while designing a mini? How does a mini come into existence from a rough concept?"
Right now the mini comes into play first from a fun gameplay. So we imagine what kind of gameplay we don't have, and what kind of gameplay would be really fun to counter existing gameplays that are kind of maybe dominant, maybe a little bit too kind of constant in the current meta, and then we just try to design something really fun. So one of the things that in the next update is going to be really exciting to see is that like there's going to be some minis that may rebalance the game altogether just because of their unique mechanics, and the balance changes may not be needed to such a degree. And so the philosophy right now with Fan and the art team is that they come up with a super fun gameplay and then they design a mini around it. Now, sometimes obviously it happens the opposite. We have a cool concept for a mini, and then we come up with the cool abilities that make sense for the game overall. So it's a balance, I guess. It really depends where where it comes from. But right now we have pretty good backlog of the minis that we want to do. So I think we are good for like the next 3 or 4 updates on that front. We just need to kind of play them more and test them more and tweak their abilities and sort of understand how fast we can get them out to you guys. It's not about like us throttling the content or anything like that. So it's not, it's like we just want to release as much as possible. It's just a matter of like polishing the 3D models, creating the visual effects for them, play testing them, and then tweaking them further to make sure that it's really legit fun to play all of these minis.
Sounds good. Yeah, like the Prince and the Musketeer, I feel like it really shook up like the game. It shook it up for me because I started using Prince and it's really fun to use. Yeah.
Yep, for sure.
Let's see. A lot of global wins as usual. Any plans? Born Education 146 asks, any plans on spells or buildings? I know you touched on traps and stuff, but maybe stuff like things that are timed or something.
Yeah, Fan wants to experiment with these later. We did have some kind of ideas for like spells and especially spells.
Yeah, I remember seeing it in the
like
story as
deciding
well.
where to put them. Right, like deciding like where to put them before the match begins, and then it just gets like executed when the match begins. It's definitely an option. Again, it's just like, is it fun? It's like, is it actually going to bring something that's like that's very special to the game versus again adding a mini that can actually also do spells or something like that. So it's a balancing act and also prioritization. Like, do we introduce more spells or do we introduce more boards or a new mini or a new hero? And it's like that kind of, because we're such a small team, we want to kind of also make sure that we're working on something that everybody will appreciate and everybody will get excited about.
I can imagine if spells are introduced, it would have to cost elixir of some point, so that way you'd exchange using a spell versus maybe putting another mini or upgrading a mini you currently have, just to kind of balance it out.
Yeah. I mean, there's going to be a lot of thinking around that, and yeah, we need to create a smart way of like using that without like breaking the current way of playing the game. So.
All right. Looking through the questions. Interesting question. Question from any actual Yeti. Have you ever played with the idea of movable special tiles? I'm assuming maybe like moving in real time or something, or perhaps right before the match begins.
Are we talking about American Ninja Warrior levels where like things are moving all the time and you have to like hope the enemies go through them? Because that would not be fun, especially when like like the mini like literally cannot figure out how to go through it. That would be hilarious. No, yeah. I did like a little concept on Reddit that somebody posted where they made a little water puddle, and it's just a puddle. It's a thing. Like, it's just a puddle. People need to go around it. That's it. That's the whole thing. I liked it. I actually would prefer something simple like that over something that's like constantly moving and it's like just interrupting the whole gameplay and it's like a mess because it's like, oh my god, like now the pathfinding of the minis is all messed up and it needs to be triggered like 24 hours 24 million times per second to be able to work well. So I can imagine that being a nightmare. But yeah, I mean, it will be really fun to do some more environmental stuff. And it's like things happen that you can predict, that you can kind of know it's going to happen without a lot of randomness to the environment happening. So yeah, maybe the map changes like next round, and you need to react to that, stuff like that. So that would be really fun. I agree, but not really. I don't think there's any plans for that yet. So yeah.
Cool.
Sounds good. All right, let's see.
Go for one more and then call it a day, right?
Yeah, we can do
Yeah.
a few more.
We've hit the 1 hour mark already. So now
Oh,
we
we
get
Yeah, yeah.
bonus
have.
content.
All right.
However, we did
bonus
also
content.
we did
We
also
always
start
love bonus
late,
content.
so it's okay.
Fair, yeah.
Trying to find a good one here.
I have one if you want to answer while we're finding another from Reddit.
Yeah, go for it.
Has the team talked about adding in synergies to the game, like ranged units? Like if you have a certain amount of ranged minis on the field, there's a bonus for them.
Yep, that was I have seen an idea from fan to do that. It wasn't all ranged, all melee, or something like that. It was actually more kind of thematic, I think. I'm not sure. I forgot what was the kind of like synergy idea behind that, but it was
like human
really fun. Looked really fun.
spellcaster. Like that
Something
type.
something like I'm not sure. Yeah, there was like something like that. I can't remember exactly if it was like a sort of a backstory of a mini kind of related to another mini, something like that. I'm not sure what happened to that. I think we just didn't want to introduce so much complexity at the beginning, especially during the beta.
Yeah.
For people to understand, because it's like fun fact, actually, like the game is still pretty complex, even though for most of y'all that are listening right now, the game is probably not complex enough. But the game does need to explain a lot of things to people. A lot of people still don't understand the clash mechanics or the supers super clearly, even after playing the tutorial, because it's so short and you can just tap through it very rapidly. Let me play the game.
Yeah,
and then, forget about it.
I still see people commenting in Discord that they didn't know they could choose the ability order.
Totally.
No, right? That blew my mind with that. I was like, oh my god, that's so crazy.
Yeah, that's a hidden feature. I mean, I totally agree. Like, we don't teach you that you can tap the mini in the shop during the battle and then choose what upgrade you get.
Do you plan to put in the tutorial or anything?
We should improve that. We should actually teach people in tutorial to do that because it's a feature.
Yeah.
It's like it doesn't make any sense for to hide it. So yeah, I think once people understand, oh, you can actually have much more control, much more sort of impact on the result of the match just by doing such a simple mechanic first. Then I feel like we can introduce more of those kind of complex things, which is like synergies. And it's like, oh, okay, now if I do a barbarian and mini barbarian, then they're gonna go barbarian dance, and they're gonna do really cool thing at like 5 seconds later or something. I don't know, it's like that would be cool, but let's get people on to the basics first.
Yeah.
And as I said, all of you that are listening right now, 100 plus of you are definitely familiar with this, but I'm talking on behalf of everybody else. So it's it's a balancing act, yeah.
Did I buy you enough time, Mango?
I kind of. I feel like a lot of the questions that are being posted have already been answered, but there is one topic we haven't touched on yet, which is esports. And Razor Nemesis asked, "Will Clash Mini ever become an esport?" So I was wondering as well as if we would see something like Clash Royale. Clash Royale and Clash of Clans have a pretty big esport following. I'm not sure about Brawl Stars. I don't really play that game, but
it's huge.
But with Clash, it's huge. All right, sounds good. With Clash Royale, they have the 20 win challenge and all that stuff. I was wondering, is Clash Mini gonna have that level of integration with esports in the future, or is there any plans for Clash Mini esports events?
Yeah, one of the interviews with the creators on YouTube, I did mention that, and then FullFrontage made a video about be like, I'm not sure why he hates esports. So that was very funny. I love that video. I mean, it's like no, he didn't say that, but yeah, it was very funny. No, all I said was that I would love to see a competitive scene for Clash Mini, but also not such a serious competitiveness. Like, Enchanton is listening right now. I know he wants to cast the matches. He wants to do this super cool. I mean, I watch every single freaking upload from Enchanton. Okay, everybody on the team loves his commentating. But like one of the things that I've noticed also, like some of the team members when they watch his videos, they're like, "Holy heck, this is overwhelming. I feel like I'm watching WWE right now."
And holding
So it's like,
in his cage.
yeah, so it's like I want to strike a balance between like the game feeling approachable and readable and fun to watch for like a person that is for the first time tuned into the game ever, like watching the match and understanding everything and being super engaged in it, and also to be exciting for the pro players and people that really understand how the game works, right? And that's really hard because I think a lot of esports right now are targeted at those like top people, right? Like the people that really understand everything. They really want to kind of just watch more content of the game that they love. And yes, that's great, but like it also doesn't onboard a lot of people because people that watch that video then are going to be scared of like be like, oh, do I really want to play ranked because it just looks really competitive? And if people record a video of me losing, I'm going to be ashamed and stuff like that. So I want to kind of lower that bar of like entry of people like trying to like just have fun competing instead of like, oh, this is super hardcore and the prize pool is freaking crazy and like, oh Lord, like, there's so much pressure here and like I really don't want to get into this, right? So it's kind of and that's why I want to kind of have like maybe a different format for Clash Mini. Maybe eventually, like, if the update goes out, we run a fun little rumble of people that are clueless what's new in the game and just see how they react to the new minis, and they don't have like plenty of time to train and practice and do all of these things to learn how to play perfectly, but instead just like rumble and like like have fun in the game. And so that's like, and I'm not saying we should just dismiss all the existing formats that obviously esports have established over the course of like what 20 years. But we could try to make it more fun and much more kind of approachable to people, because I'm going to be honest with you, sometimes even when I watch like Clash Royale or Clash of Clans, sometimes I lose myself. I'm like, I am not a top tier player. I don't have Town Hall 14. I do not have heroes unlocked in champions unlocked in Clash Royale. So sometimes I don't even know what these guys are doing. So I wish we could kind of like have like almost like a filter, like, oh, the new player has joined a live stream and they have completely different experience. There's a different commentator that's like educating them, like what's going on here and why is it going, what's specifically, why is this so exciting, and what this mini does that is actually changing the course of the match. Uh, Having more kind of an onboarding experience, and then having enchant like being like commentating on like a super top level and be like, yo, this is crazy, like let's move on, let's go kind of situation where it's like, okay, yeah, like I get this game, I know what's going on, you don't need to explain exactly everything step by step to me. So that's all I'm saying, right? I want to have different levels of people getting into the game and trying to understand it and having fun with it every step of the way.
Yeah. In the words of Enchanton, he threw the kitchen sink and lost his spot at the dinner table.
Yes, I love that. That's amazing.
I love you, Enchanton.
I love Enchanton's energy.
That was amazing. Yeah. But yeah, again, it's not like that I'm against anything. It's just like I want to involve more people, and that's something that's really a good opportunity for Clash Mini, because the game does look and appeals to a lot of people that like that kind of just have fun with the game. And I'm gonna try to do that on my live streams as well. So it's gonna be the opposite of Enchanting videos.
Rain's gonna become a pro streamer, but not to the level of Enchanting.
Yeah.
I think that's also one of the
watch
good
the
things.
streams.
Oh, go ahead, Mango.
Oh, nothing. Go ahead.
I think that's one of the good things about Clash Mini, and one of the things I like the most is kind of that entry level that you're talking about is in comparison to like Clash of Clans and Clash Royale. Like Clash Mini, the journey to the end can feel way shorter than it can in Clash of Clans or Clash Royale. And
Totally.
I just think that's mainly just due to the design of the game and how well it's been designed to this point. And it does make that entry level a lot easier for people, where if they were tuning into an esports broadcast, they might not understand why things are happening, but they can see it kind of based on their first week of playing the game alone. And I think Clash Mini does a fantastic job at that, and I hope that kind of simplistic entry into the game stays the same throughout its entire lifespan.
Yeah, I hope so too. Because one of the things that I've noticed also is that the games evolve, and they get more features, they get more things on top of them, and then the games forget about the new players. You know, it's like if the new player comes in, like for example, like I'm gonna give you a perfect honest answer right now. I came back into Dota after like 5 years of not playing, and I couldn't figure out anything in that game. I just literally could not understand what the heck is going on. Like and I lost so badly in the first 5 matches that I almost like gave up if I didn't have friends to play with. You know, it's like so there's a lot of things that like we need to be very careful of to keep the game approachable and fun to understand right away. So yeah, that's my only concern. That's everything that I really want to make sure that we address every step of the way as the game gets updated.
Yeah. And you said it perfectly in the interview with Abdud. You said that the game needs to be polished before you can think about esports, and that is absolutely true. Because like one of the issues that's already been brought up tonight, and that you said wants to be fixed, was the accessibility to getting more hero fragments. Right now, it's once you get a certain point, you can't progress, so the free-to-play player can't even go to that esports level. So it's that balancing act of adding endgame content, but also not forgetting about the beginning people.
Totally. Yeah. So we're going to be heavily working on this.
And I love it.
And giving more opportunities for everyone. And so, yeah, stay tuned for mini minutes and mini small talk right next week. Small talk next week, mini minutes after Lunar New Year break, and then live stream just before Lunar New Year break. So YouTube channel is going to be a little bit busy. So yeah, thank you all for coming.
Can I ask a spoiler question?
But that's okay. Spoiler, yes.
Will there be any Lunar New Year skins?
Ooh.
Oh.
Oof. Unfortunately, I don't think so.
No.
Because
take my money.
It's gonna come and go. It's gonna come and go, and it's really like we're not gonna be deploying the update before Lunar New Year, but then after Lunar New Year, it doesn't make any sense to do an update and then release the skins for the holiday that's over.
Yeah.
So for this year, I don't think we'll make it. But of course, you know, as any global game, like, you can expect pretty cool stuff later down the line. And of course, you know, because most of our team members are from China, like, you know, obviously we want to respect that side of the holiday as well. So yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if we go crazy with Lunar New Year skills later down the line. Yeah.
Maybe one for every mini. Let's go.
Oh Lord, that'll be too much. But yeah.
Maybe a Lunar New Year tile where you can just get a Lunar New Year by putting it in the tile.
I said take my money, not my bank account.
Yeah, like we will have like a Lunar New Year, like a red envelope tile, and you sit on it, and then once the battle starts, it's just a pile of like coins popping out. That'd be amazing. Yeah. Well, thanks all for coming. That was amazing.
Oh shoot! I just realized we didn't play the jingle at the beginning.
It's okay. FullFrontage is going to do it.
I'm adding it in. I'm adding it in.
Oh, all right.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. So Frontage is going to basically, as he's editing, he's going to add the jingle at the beginning. Also, his video version of this conversation is going to include my video feed, which also, by the way, died in the middle of the conversation. So it's going to be kind of awkward.
Yeah.
But that's okay. You will see me at the beginning, and then you will see me at the end. So it's going to be interesting. But yeah, I'm going to be just clapping for FullFrontage's sake, so he can sync the video and audio. There you go. That's a little soft clap for you. But yeah, thanks a lot for coming, and I'll be now shutting down and going to install the daily version of the game and play and try it out and see how fun it is, and back to the regular old daily stuff.
Back to the grind.
Thanks for all the answers, and thanks you all for inviting me for the stage channel.
Thank you for coming.
No, yeah, thank you all for coming.
Hey, thank you everyone.
Thanks for having me as well, and thank everybody for listening.
See you all.
Friends. Bye.
Bye.